Welcome back to Still in the Pack with another Magic the Gathering Arena Aetherdrift draft. So far, our win rate in this format isn't the best. Our first two drafts we had Subsunin, we went blue and green, and we went 3-3 in both of those drafts. And in the last draft, I'm not sure if the draft went wrong or if we just also really had land problems. I think both of those things were true. We went 1-3, and the one match we won was pretty crazy. Basically, the Black Surveyor on our side completely rocked the game for us. But let's get into this one. Here we have a Rocketeer Boost Buggy, a pretty solid red-green card, I think. We have a Lightning Strike. We have a Sabotage Strategist. This card is probably impressive. This seems really slow. Not only because it's so small, but this effect matters. And the Flying Invigilance also is pretty great. This just gets in every single time without your opponent even really noticing it. But I think we can't really pass on the Guardian Sunmare here. 5 mana, 5/5, Ward 2, so it comes down and they don't have the easiest time killing this. And then it has Settle 4, which is high, but if you do, you can just search your library for a card with converted mana cost 3 or less and put it on the battlefield. That seems strong, that seems like a lot of value. So let's get this. Here we have a tune-up, but this only cares about artifacts, doesn't reanimate creatures. If it did, I would like it way more. The other one is a Spot Cycle Scouter, but I'm not a big fan of that card. We have a Endrider Spike Spitter, which is a pretty good mid-range card in an aggressive Start Your Engines deck. And I think it's going to be our pick here. There's also a Hellish Sideswipe, but I don't know if there are a lot of sacrifice outlets or like stuff to sacrifice in the set. For free. A Grim Bauble obviously is great with this. And maybe a Thopter or something, but not the biggest fan of this yet. So we're gonna take the card with the highest upside here, which I think is the Spike Spitter. Games tend to be a little bit more mid-range leaning, I think, and once you have max speed, this gets you a card every single turn, which is quite nice. Here we have Trade the Helm, which I'm not interested in right now. An Apocalypse Runner, which I also don't want to pick at this point in the draft. There's a Spin Out. Yes, it's a third color, but Spin Out very differently to a Murder recently, is a premium removal spell in the set. Hits basically everything. It's just a strictly better Murder. And yeah, removal spells, good removal spells aren't easy to come by. So I think I'm just gonna take the Spin Out here. And let's see what the draft sends our way. We have another strong removal spell here on the right end. We have a Reckless Velocitor, which I'm not sure how good this is. A Fuel the Flames, which kills small stuff. We could set up to be maybe more of a mid-range deck with creatures with more power. But I think I'm fine just taking the right end here, honestly. Yes, we could take a cheap red card here in the Specialist, or even the Fuel the Flames. Or we could even take a Grim Javelin here to go with the Spin Out, but I'm fine with the good removal spell, I think. Here's another good removal, here's another removal spell. Not one of the premium ones. Crash and Burn. 6 damage to target creature or planeswalker or destroy vehicle. There's also a Transit Mage, which is really strong. It's a really strong value card. And then there's also a Deathless Pilot. I think I'm gonna take the Crash and Burn because the Transit Mage puts us in a 4th color and I don't necessarily want to do that right now. Okay, here we see a Grease Range Goblin, a very, very nice card. This is a one drop, but it also has a lot of late game utility. You can discard up to 2 cards and then draw that many, so just some rummaging. And then this also becomes a 3/2, so really keeps its usefulness in the late game. There's also a Flood the Engine, which is a good blue removal spell. But I think the Grease Range Goblin is just a good card. So let's take that here. Okay, now we see a red card that I'm not that excited about. 2 good green cards. A Risky Shortcut, which is an okay black card, and a Voyager Quick Welder. Red or white isn't necessarily focused around artifacts, though there are some vehicles in the color combination. And I've heard that this is a pretty good defensive white card. I'm not that excited about anything else here. Or at least not to an extent where I would rather take something else. Here though I see 2 cards that really pique my interest. The Pectoral Terror and the Bestow Greatness. I think a combat trick like Bestow Greatness can be really, really strong in this format. Yes, this costs 1 more, but the games are also a little bit slower. And +4/+4 and trample is just so huge and can help your creatures get through. That being said though, I have the spin out already and I'm gonna take the Pectoral Terror here. Now we wield the Sabotage Strategist. Wow, this draft is really not easy to read. Don't want to take the Artillerist. Unluckily for us, I want to take either the green or the blue card here. And I think the Strategist is just a better card in general. Now I want to take the Surveyor. And now we get both a Trip Up Late and the Apocalypse Runner back. And I think I'm gonna take the Apocalypse Runner. And the Grim Javelin wield as well. So maybe we are supposed to be black-red. Here we open a really good white card though. The Perilous Snare, a premium removal, just a Oblivion Ring basically, exile and non-land permanent, has start your engines, and then once you get to max speed you can put a +1/+1 counter on one of your creatures every single turn. That is super strong on just an unconditional removal spell. So I'm gonna take this. We already have the Sunmare. It's possible that we're gonna end up splashing this, but this is a really good card, I think. Looking at a curve here, though, we want to start taking some cheaper cards. Here we have a Embalmed Ascendant, a really good white red card. White black card. And we could even splash red. If we wanted to splash like the Runner, because it's an artifact, or the Crash and Burn, or the Spike Spitter. All of these are pretty good red cards, and we can do that. So I think I'm actually gonna take the Ascendant here because it just is a great card. There's a Thunderhead Gunner here, which I have also heard good things about. It's another 5-drop though, which makes me kind of want to take the Adrenaline Jockey or the Engine Rat here. We can still just splash the snare. Just don't know what we are the most likely to be here. I think I'm just gonna take the Engine Rat because it's the cheapest card and it's never bad as a Death Touch creature. And here we're gonna take another spin out for sure. Would also really like some more fixing, but yeah, spin out being such a great removal spell. And now, how color crazy do we want to get? We have a Cheek, which is a really good card in general. A really good mid-range card. Ideally, we'd want to pair this with some Self-Mill. But I don't think I want another Crash and Burn. The Mutant Surveyor, even though it was the only card that really did something in our last draft, I think the opportunity cost is low enough to take the Archik. And here I'm gonna take a Rugged Highlands now. Over a Siphon Fuel. Wow, okay. This is not what I expected. I mean, it's not necessary that black and green are open, but the combination is certainly open. The Bree Beetle is a super strong card, and I'm definitely gonna take it here. And maybe we're just gonna cut white completely and end up playing sort of a Junt deck here. Yeah, also the Brutite Engine. We've now seen both the rares and both the uncommons coming around here. There's also a Pectoral Terror though. And I like that better than the engine, honestly. I'm definitely gonna take the Night Market here. Another Brutite Engine even. We're gonna need to pick up some cheap cards here, for sure. I don't think that white has seemed open. Like we got the early Sunmare, the early Ride's End, and then the Perilous Snare, which we also picked first. So yeah, black seems open here. Green doesn't seem open, but that's okay. It's a lot of 4-drops and not a lot of 2-drops. We want to be black, and then we probably want to be red secondarily. The Rocketeer Boost Buggy could be nice because it makes a treasure, which can really help us. There's also a run over here and a Gustar Thrill Seeker. This might be a bit too aggressive though. I think I'm actually gonna take the Boost Buggy. And we might just lean quite heavily into being Junt, because we need to, because we need playables. And we have good fixing, like we have 4 fixing lands already. And we want mostly cheap cards now. A Boom Scholar is pretty good. We don't have a lot of exhaust abilities though. We're probably not gonna be able to activate that. And just getting a land with this is probably not worth it. I'm just gonna take another Night Market here. I really need our mana to work, and then we Can't worry about the rest. Here I'm gonna probably take a Deathless Pilot. Just as a 2-drop. Really want this Jungle Hollow to wheel. I think the first pilot is pretty good. Now we get another engine red. Given the fact that we don't have as much early game, I'm kind of happy with the red here. Now we see a pack full of good white and blue cards. But I'm gonna take the Thunderhead Gunner here. The Thopter Fabricator is really good, but I'm not going more than 3 colors. That's going too far, I would say. Okay, here we have a Defend the Rider, Mega Pilot. Probably not good enough. I'll give a permanent hexproof. I think we have a lot of good top-end creatures that we would like to protect. The back on track, though, I think can also be pretty nice here. We don't have any of the creatures with no abilities yet, huh? Have not picked up one of the 2-mana 3/2s here. So let's maybe pick a Tortoise. This can also help us fix. This can trade well. Here's a Wicker Folk. This plays nice in any black deck. I really want this Jungle Hollow to wheel. And this deck is really unfocused. It's just cards. Just junt cards. I might have wanted to take the land there actually and get the Perilous Snare in our deck. And here I think I need to take the Jungle Hollow. The shortcut I might play. Don't know about the third engine red. Okay. Yeah. Again, I think a really tough draft to navigate. These good white cards we picked early. And white did not seem open in the second and third pack, I think. But of course you can't know that right away. This is, I think, in general a recipe for failure. If by the end of pack 1, when you don't have a clear understanding yet of what is open, then opening another good card in the color where you're not supposed to be is just such bait. So we have 6 artifacts here. Six artifacts, 7, 8. I really want to maximize value in this deck. more than anything. The Pectoral Terror, I've just heard great things about. We have 8 artifacts, plus we have a back on track and a Broodheart engine which can get back artifacts as well. Do we have something that we can effectively use the runner with? Not really, only the Mutant Surveyor. But apart from that, we have insects. This grows too big. We have a 1/1s. We have a Deathless Pirate. A Deathless Pilot. I always want to say pirate. So let's have a look again at this. We want to play all of the good cards because we have the fixing. So let's start with 1 red, 1 pilot, the Wicker Folk, the Surveyor, shortcut, so spin outs. Okay, then we add our good green-black cards, which we are all only splashing. Might just run 1 forest here. Okay. So that basically means that we are a base black red deck. Or is it like the only crazy thing that we can actually do here is not play red? Not play red and play these white cards. Does that do anything for us though? This would give us 7 white, 4 green, and 11 black. So mana still looks good. And that way we get the Sunmare in. We get the Sunmare that can find us a snare even. Yeah, we just are a little short if we do that. I mean, now if we get rid of these red 4 mana cards, then we can just play the Pectoral Terrors. This seems like the best configuration somehow with what we have. Granted, this is a good card. This is a good card. This is a good card, but that's basically it. I mean, the Apocalypse Runner doesn't really help the deck that much, I think. These are just whatever cards. And then the Spike Spitter. I don't know how good we are at enabling. The Stadio Engines. The only thing that we can do is splash like the Spike Spitter if we say we have to Pectoral Terrors and we're gonna get there. But then we don't need to play a mountain. So this gives us 5 green for 2 green pips, 4 red for 1 red pip, 11 black and 6 white. I don't hate this. I don't hate this. Basically, we're gonna be black, we're gonna splash green. And then the question is just whether we splash 1 or 2 of the other colors. We need to splash 1 color at least. Like, if we just play it like this, that's not gonna be good enough. We don't even have enough playables like this. And there's really no reason not to splash like these cards. So let's play it like this then, I think. I don't know how good the Thunderhead Gunner is. This is a reach creature which we could do with, and it also is a make sure that we have late game, which is also something that we kind of want. And the splash is basically free. This seems so weird, but I think this is where we ended up. 8 artifacts. Is that enough for the Pectoral Terrors, is the question. Yeah, this is tough. Yeah, just how many artifacts do we actually have? 7. Seven artifacts. I think we're gonna run it like this. I think after all of this time of us thinking if we're gonna be Jund or whatever, we actually ended up with a black-white deck that splashes for red and green. And as I said this when I picked up the Archik, green wasn't open, I think. It's just that black-green was open. So that's how we ended up here. How many creatures and artifacts do we have? We have like 15 plus the vehicles. Or the vehicle. So yeah, we have 4 green, 4 red, 5 green, 7 white, and then 10 black. It's gonna get tough sometimes to figure out which color we're gonna make with Night Market. But let's try it like this. The game plan is unclear. The game plan is unclear. We don't have any inherent synergy. We just have powerful cards, mostly. 3 tapped lands, but we're gonna be happy. So let's start off with the Jungle Hollow here on turn 1, and then we can play an Engine Red on turn 2. Then probably make a white mana here with the Night Market. Okay, we're not gonna make a white mana here. But we are gonna make a red, I think. We don't need to make a red yet. I actually think we're gonna make a second black here. Because we want to have a second black for our spinouts. Okay, now we do want red. But we also might just play our Perilous Snare here to get it going. I kind of don't hate that. This gets our engine up to 2. Now if they play something big, like if they play a 3-drop, I'm gonna attack into it with the engine red again. If not, the risky shortcut also gives us another point of speed, so that's quite nice. Okay, let's just attack now. They have a Broken Wings. I can't do anything about that, so yeah, if they want to trade with a Death Toucher here, then let's do it. I'm pretty happy if they don't get the value from the Scary Foot, so I'm not complaining. And then let's just play this tapped as a red mana, and then let's play out the Wickerfolk. Preferably hitting finding another land. Yeah, I think we're gonna keep the caves. That flyer against our flyer is a bit annoying. And I'm not gonna risk a shortcut here. I'm just gonna pass. And I'm gonna use the right's end probably. Oh, are they doing the 5-color thing? 4-color against 5-color. Who will win? They don't attack, okay. Okay. Let's play out the gunner then. Let's activate it to discard the swamp. Play the Rugged Highland. And just pass. And they don't do anything. Okay. Let's activate the gunner again. I already like this card. Arena. Why do you not keep up the white? Please work with me here, okay? Work with me here. This also gives us a engine's trigger, and the next turn we can just get the last one with the risky shortcut. We're not gonna attack. Again, the path is kind of unclear where we go from here. We just put some stuff on the board and then, I mean, hey, if we have nothing else, then we still have engine reds that can kill the opponent very, 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 very slowly. This gives us max speed now, though we don't have anything that gives us an advantage for that. We don't have the second white yet. I mean, we still have a lot of white in the deck probably, so... Now we find a debris beetle, so we can drain them for 4 next turn. I'm just gonna play the engine red and pass. Now a rights end for the gunner. That's okay. I mean, this rummaged 3 times for us. Okay, 5 color and a colorless land as well. Okay, so the value of putting something big into play is kind of lost at this point in the game, but they can still put an artifact down and put 2 counters on it, so that's pretty nice. Okay, so they attack with the Path Cruiser now. I'm just gonna block it with my red. And I did so because if they had the indestructible trick, I guess I still could have used the red side. Oh, whatever. Though I am gonna use this on the Swiftwing Assailant now, I think. Now we can play a Debris Beetle. Drain for 4. Yes, what a deck has going for it is just raw card quality so far. And the next turn we can not crew the Breedle, but that's okay. Okay, yeah, so this is pretty much game over. We just need to play an artifact right now to win. Yeah, and we also have a protection spell for a flyer. Okay, first game went pretty well. We had a great hand of correct mana. That has to be said. We started off with the 2 with a a dual color land and 2 night markets. So, and even then we had to kind of think about it. But yeah, we just played good cards, good removal spells, good raids, and it worked out. I go first. I don't want to keep 2 lands. And a dead card already. Like this is pretty dead right now. That's much better. Let's put back the overdrive. And now there's a point, like, there's an argument here to put this down as a black, as a white, as a red, or as a green. So I think I'm just gonna put it down as a... Not as a red. Not as a white. Probably... as a green? Gonna put it as green, but I mean, I can't know. We do have some card selection though, with the surveil here, the draw here. Okay, maybe should have put white, but can't know that. Also, we have a lot of white in the deck. I think I'm gonna keep the land. So both our second black and our first red, so yeah, I'm gonna keep it. We don't have an engine started yet. But that's okay. Let's just start getting in the air. They've played a pretty low curve so far. The ticket tortoise. I'm not gonna try anything fancy here to get the treasure out of that. Here I'm just gonna draw the 2. Second white, very nice. Now we attack with the Rika Folk again. And if they kill our Sunmare here, then I can just bring it back next turn. Do they have a second strength maybe? That would be pretty good. A Right's End. Hey, I'm happy about that. That means that they're not using it on my Sunmare. No blockers. Let's put down the Sunmare now. And the next turn I can attack with it, get the Perilous Snare. And yeah, they're pretty incentivized to kill this, and if they do, I'm just gonna get it back. The Brute, the World Wagon is really good. And we don't have any artifact removal. I mean, we have the spit outs, they kill vehicles too. Okay, they could have the Death Touch trick here, so I'm just not gonna... I think I am gonna block actually. Okay, we're gonna play the Jungle Hollow. And then I can't... I mean, I clearly can't attack into the Engine Red. And we also can't settle this right now, so... Do I just... I think I want to just keep this back as a blocker, honestly. In case they attack with the World Wagon. So let's just not attack. Okay, my math is problematic for sure. I really wouldn't mind getting another creature here. Yeah, here I'm gonna trade with the Sunmare. Just because then I can get it back next turn, I can use my mana. But I think I'm gonna need to kill the Mammoth right now, because otherwise it starts getting out of hand. Yeah, I need to do that first, so... If I don't do that, then they basically get a free elephant. I'm not gonna do that because I need creatures to crew my Sunmare. And the pilot doesn't do that alone. Also, this Mutant Surveyor attacks as a 5/6 now, or blocks as a 5/6. They still have the Death Toucher. Okay, Gallon Strike is really good here. Yeah, we are definitely falling behind. They also have the Deathless pilot that I can get back eventually. We definitely need to draw something good here. An Edgic would be nice for sure. swamp is not it. And yeah, again, they've drawn 4 lands, plus 2 lands from the World Wagon to our 9 lands. That's 5 more spells for them. I think I'm gonna need to jump here already. Just because I don't want to fall too low, I basically need to draw like the edge here. An engine red is a start, but doesn't get us very far. We can also use their engine red as well. Yeah. We fall to 6 and then... yeah, we might just be dead next turn. Yeah, now we kind of lose because... yeah, we can... now we can kill the engine red, but... they just have too much going on. Okay. Don't know if we could have played that any better necessarily. Let's just go on. We also really don't have a lot of good early plays. We really don't. Like, we have these 3-mana 3/2s that I don't really want to play in this deck. And then we have the engine reds, which are serviceable, but they're not amazing. We don't have anything great going on early. And like this game, they ended the game winning with a red, a 1-drop, a Mole Tender, a 1-drop. A Deathless Knight that I could have, Deathless Pilot that I could have brought back, a 2-drop. Just all small stuff. Having a Wicker Folk on turn 2 is pretty nice though. And having the second Plains here is also pretty nice though. Deathless Pilot crewing for exactly 4 here is pretty nice. But I should have thrown it in the yard. That's kind of some lost value, and especially, yeah, if I play this on turn 2 now or bring it back on turn 4. So then cast it on turn 6 doesn't make the world of a difference here. I mean, if they attack here, yeah, I can still get it back into the core. Okay. I guess that worked out kind of nice. I can't block that anyway, so let's just attack. And end the turn. They have a Mustang, but I have a Sunmare. Let's get that down here. And the next turn we can crew it and get the Perilous Snare. That seems pretty good. Okay, giving flying to that Mustang certainly makes it a pony that they can be proud of. Okay, and they also get some light wheel enhancements out. Is that where they wanted to put it? Huh. Okay. The nice thing is that our Guardian Sunmare can just get in now. We're gonna name red on this, even though it's not a priority right now. Let's play the pilot. Or we could just also play the Pectoral Terror. No, but I want to... if I get the Perilous Snare, then I'm gonna start my engines, get the first hit in here, and then... next, that also means that this helps me then next turn to get another... This is gone. I get in. And this has vigilance, so I'm just gonna exile this right now. Yeah, and this seems pretty nice. Not a lot of stuff they can have that gets rid of the Sunmare. And that means that our Sunmare just gets to find something else. But I don't have another removal spell, like the Snare. I can find a Death Toucher. And I don't have a lot of other great stuff to get that's cheap, right? I have the multicolor card, that's very nice. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get the Embalmed Descendant. This can help us gain some life eventually. I hope they double block, which they probably won't. Okay, now let's get down the Pectoral Terror. In the next turn we can still get to start the engines with the Risky Shortcut. A Burner Rocket. Okay, that's certainly gonna allow them to push damage if they want to. And another... Ooh, okay. Yeah. They're not gonna... Yeah, okay, they're gonna... So they're attacking us for 10 here. I think what I want to do is block like this. Then this dies. And this isn't a creature anymore next turn. So yeah, let's do it like this. I'm gonna use the Burner Rocket. It's okay. We get hit for 5. But we could even bring back the Wicker Folk. And now whenever one of our creatures dies, they also lose a life. Can I kill them here if I attack with all? They take 6. Yeah, they take 6, so they die. Okay. Nice. Our value pile wins again. And to the next match. Really not in love with this hand, but I'm gonna keep it anyways. A Mangler I'm not mad about, because a Mangler is defensive. I mean, can also attack, but... Okay, no, I guess I'm kind of mad about the Mangler. Yeah, they're basically already at a max speed. I can't stop them from getting there. Let's put down the Javelin here, because this could at least trade with the Mangler. And then we're just gonna play some big butts. Pectoral Terror into Thunderhead Gunner. Daring Mechanic is a card that I really don't want to see, because it can make combat very annoying. Here, I think I'm gonna just cast the Gunner. If they counter it, then I can still get it back next turn. And I just want to be the most mana efficient. I also think I'm gonna discard the Mutant Surveyor here to redraw. And just pass the turn. Kill the Gunner, okay. I can bring it back still. This flyer is getting annoying though. How much mana do I have here? 6. So I can go Velda into Terror number 2. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Nice. This definitely helps us gain some life back. I can attack with the Javelineer here. Yeah, and I think there's no reason not to. Put a counter on the Mangler, okay. Probably would have... A detention chariot. Okay, we need to find something for that very quickly. It says crew 3, so the mechanic can get in there, and then it's a 6/6. Okay, I mean we have the death touch. Do I want to still get in with the Javelineer here? I think I do. Then I'm gonna get back the gunner and cycle the planes. Am I gonna get back the gunner? Oh yeah, they exiled the Terra. Right. Yeah, I don't want the swamp. And now I'm gonna get back my gunner here. Activate the gunner. Beautiful. Just beautiful. I mean, they can still put a counter on the ghost, so I can't block with the Wicker Folk. But we definitely want to keep double spin out, yeah. Voyage Home is a card that we don't want to see. Wow. That is annoying. I think I'm gonna get aggressive here actually, because I can kill a thing, like I can kill the chariot even if they wanna activate that. So I'm gonna attack with all of my stuff here, because I can kill a thing and then also protect a thing. Okay, they're not gonna activate the chariot. So then I'm just gonna overdrive on the gunner. Okay. So they take 6 here. And then I can even spin out now. Drain them for 2. And they just concede. Okay, nice. We just got an achievement for probably winning without cards in hand. Yeah. Okay. Sure. And back to the games. We are now in the what I consider the no hard feelings zone. 3 wins. If we get 3 wins and 3 losses, that's okay. Clearly you want to get more wins, but you can't really ask for more, I would say. The opponent goes first, so we get to draw 3 cards here before this becomes a problem. We have a tortoise. I don't think that we need to keep this. This is much better. Let's make a black. And a really big question mark on that second night market right now. They cycled this on one. Okay, interesting. Getting the red there is pretty nice, and the second black as well. Now we can get green with this. We're still gonna get green with this right now. I think. And because we can't attack, I'm gonna... we can't block, I'm gonna attack here. Okay. Still looking to draw some more lands here. We just want to go chonker into chonker into chonker. Discard a card. I think I need to discard the Sunmare here, actually. Yeah. Fractal Terror comes down. Beep beep. Is the debris beetle an insect? That's an interesting question. Vehicles don't usually have creature types, right? Okay, there's a 5th mana, so we can put down the gunner. A Gravestalker, okay. I mean, I'm okay with it. Do I want to draw here? I think I do. Okay, now we have 6 mana and we also have... Wow, we can get back the Archic even once it dies. It's pretty nice. I think I'm... Is that my second spin out? No, it's my first one. Yeah, so I don't think I need to take 3 here. 5. The Necro Regent, okay, yeah, that is big, but it's not getting through anytime soon, so... Another Grimbauble? Do they have 2? No, they just kill an insect. Hey! Sign me up. They're not gonna like what I'm gonna do next. That's for sure. Can they protect it? Do they have the indestructible? I trade the helm. They could have just exchanged their Grimbauble for my Archic. If they wanted to. Okay. How about another Archic? With protection up? That's a lot of tokens. That is a lot of tokens. Nice. Okay, we get there again with some nice rares. I mean, I don't want to say it, but this deck kind of gives me Outlaws of Thunder Junction vibes. Just multicolor top end, basically, is a good description for that. And that's a deck that I drafted quite often in that format. Just 4 color, take all of the good rares and uncommons, the multicolor cards. And there are a lot of good rares in the format. But I don't know if that's generally true. Oh, this hand has 2 of the worst cards in our deck. But we are on the draw. Our mana is good. I can also... No, okay. I need to fall behind for this to be good. Like for this to make the treasure. But I'm gonna keep it. These last couple of games, every single card has mattered, and yeah, I don't want to mod again. Now we have all of our mana already pretty much except for the green. And why not play a Deathless Pilot? Nothing can happen to this. If they kill it, I get back. A 2-3 that becomes a 3-4 with double strike. Okay, that's annoying. We can use the Ticket Tortoise if they play a 4th land here. And I could have also used it on this turn 3 before I play a land. Okay. So you don't need, like, if you're on the draw, this making the treasure is quite nice. Discard an Ether Jacket, okay. I don't really see a reason not to just develop my board here. But I haven't played a land. I still want to play lands. I want to put down the second planes first though. I can attack with my nothing. I can attack with my nothing, okay. Let's just keep the tortoise in hand honestly for if we draw a Packdoll Terror. Guideline Synergist, okay. Nice, a Debris Beetle that we currently can't cast. I'm not gonna play the land now because now I'm actually incentivized to get the green from this. So I'm just gonna pass here. Now I'm gonna attack with the Internet actually. If they attack with the Synergist, I might exile it, but it's not a problem yet. Can certainly get quite big. And maybe I just want to spend my mana. So far I'm not impressed with the deck. But they cannot... But our deck also certainly hasn't shown its full potential yet. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Synergist now. No real reason not to, because we're gonna need to do that anyways at some point. That's also nice. Getting that 6/6 down seems quite nice, and we can get it back even with the back on track. Take with the red again. And I'm still gonna wait on the tortoise. It's not adding anything to our defensive or offensive capabilities, really. Okay. They can triple block this. Can even, yeah, they can triple block this, but I'm okay with that. Because if they triple block this, then I get to eat 2 things and I get to get it back right away. Or they can just take 7. That's also nice. So now I'm just gonna use my engine red. And them needing to spend a removal spell on the engine red while we have them under the gun is pretty good. Not scared of a Guidelight Optimizer. Now they have 3 exhaust abilities open that they can't use. The Gunner is also an excellent draw here. I am just going to cast that. Discard the planes. And then crew this with the Deathless Pilot. And get in again. This is a 3/4. This trades with the 3/4 though. I'm okay with that, I think. Otherwise they just get to make a 1/1. They exile it. I'm not happy about that. But we still have the red up. So that's still really in our favor. Now they start attacking, okay. You can deal 6 to us once, that's okay. You can deal 10 to us with a blinder rocket, that's still okay. I'm fine with this. Yeah, still dead to an engine red. But we can also just develop a board and still drain them at the same time. Boop. Another boop. And then yeah, just think there's a lot of problems that they need to take care of here. The ready is fun, but doesn't accomplish much here. Yeah, we just discard the islands, pass the turn. They need to kill our engine red, otherwise they die. And they die. And we are 5 and 1, 5 and 2. I guess the rats and the Pector Terrors are enough to kill them. We didn't really need to look for a big win condition so far. Our deck has just found ways. This, more than killing us, killing them, this has sort of kept us alive with the drain. This can do the same thing. And then these can finish off the opponent. And we can just overwhelm them on board as well. With the Perilous Snare, yeah, so works out pretty nicely. I am happy with the deck so far. And the mana works. Gonna keep this. Okay. Okay. I'm looking forward to some lands here. Basically, as long as I draw lands, I'm not that afraid of our opponent. I should say I want some black colored lands specifically. Sultai Mill. Or like this I thought this looked like a island. So black green mill, really. I think I want to get this down on the second black here. And then I can play the Debris Beetle on turn 4. I can even crew it the following turn. I like the artwork on the Edgic as well. I think it's really cool how she's standing on that dynamically looking racer, and then the beetle tokens, the new ones, also look really sweet, I think. The beetle. Pass the turn. Oh, they have a Nutcheck as well. And the Broodheart engine, which I like to see both of those in the graveyard for sure. Double Gravestalker. Okay, that's a lot of power and toughness. That's a lot of power and toughness. If I attack them for 6 here, they're gonna attack me back for 12. So that's... I doubt that that's a good idea. Because they're not... I mean, maybe they're kind of incentivized to block this. I think. If they just kill this, this works out the best for us. Because then we can play the back on track. And that's the highest upside play for us right now. So I think I'm gonna go for that. I really would prefer them to block here. Okay, they block with everything. We kill a beetle. I like a Gravestalker. And I'm okay with that trade, because now I just get to bring it back and drain again. And I even have the pilot to crew it right away to block. That's pretty great. Oh wow, Aetherian is huge. I kind of hoped that they would attack with the Gravestalker. Time to take a risky shortcut. Now we are seeing the downsides of this deck. 4 planes don't help us cast either the Archic or the Gunner. But we found a spinner, that is nice. The thing about the black-green deck is that that deck also just puts a lot of power and toughness on the battlefield. Like Gravestalkers, Tarians, the rares that we also have in our deck, these uncommons. Like green is all about power and toughness, and the combination just puts so much stuff on the battlefield. Like if they have another Tarian here, they could get it, or if they have the 2-drop, they can get that. And then they also just add it. And they have a second Tarian even. So I guess we can drain them out with reds and the Pectoral Terrors. But we need to find, I guess, a second removal spell for the second Tarian. If they attack here, I think I'm gonna block with the token and the beetle. think now I'm gonna keep up this spin out. I'm really hoping to draw some lands. Preferably the Gruul one, but I'll just go for a swamp. I mean, a swamp, yes, it allows us to double spell, or like play this and keep this up, but the Aetherdrift right now doesn't do anything. Now they have all their mana up, and if they have a bestow greatness, then like if they have a bestow greatness and the indestructible spell, then we are really screwed. But I could beat either one with my spin out here. They are probably also gonna take the trade and then play the second one, and then we can kill the second one right away. Yeah. Play the second one. That is tough. Because we can't kill this except for the Perilous Snare. But it's really no use. I mean, they have so much stuff in the yard, and I think we need to use our mana here to just kill the Tarian. That's in play. Even though they can just get it back again. A red would certainly also be nice against the Tarians. Can they give it hexproof? They can maybe give it hexproof. Okay, that allows us to cast our Aetherdrift. Do I want to trade off some creatures first, though? Probably. I think like getting 1 or 2 more insects out of this Aetherdrift is gonna be good for us. And we can even get the Deathless Pilot back end of turn if they attack with some, like if they attack with the Gravestalker here. But man, yeah, the Aetherdrift gets back like, comes with a lot of beetles. Could have also attacked with the Deathless Pilot. This would have been a 4-power creature, and then they would have traded with the Mole, and I would have got to Surveil too. Let's double block. And I think I will still return the Deathless Pilot to be mana efficient. We can even discard it to the Thunderhead Gunner. If we find a red source. Yeah, no surprise here. I make a bajillion insects, and we have basically no board right now. Let's see how good a small Aetherdrift is against a big Aetherdrift. If they play a land here, we can make a red with the tortoise. They're probably really confused. They have 4 planes in play and they haven't played a single white card. But that is our deck. Do we want to trade? Wow. Okay. Wow, wow, wow. What's going on here? I don't know if I have a lot of options here to make blocks. I'm just gonna make the blocks like I should. Let's hope they don't give them all indestructible. I really don't need to expose the Aetherdrift to that though. Just to save 2 damage, I think. We take 9 here, and then we take 3 more. Just Ajax going back and forth. I'm definitely not gonna play this land right now. I'm... Ooh. Guess I'm gonna need to play this pilot. And I might just play the ticket tortoise as a... Can I afford to do that though? Because if they play a land, then I can play the gunner next turn. Like, I need to find something here, so... I think the potential of the red source here is worth more than playing this out. Also, where are my reds? Really? Against the deck that just spawns power and toughness onto the battlefield, we find 0 reds. Maybe I'm even gonna put the 3rd red in, actually. Because so far it's been pretty good. Okay, so we block here, we block here. We block here. And can return the pilot right away. I think our best bet. These aren't even bad blocks. Let's see what they have though. They have played a land, okay. And we have found an engine, so let's play the ticket tortoise for red, like get a treasure. Play the gunner. Play the red, which is actually not. Let's not play the red right now. Let's get rid of the swamp first. Let's play the red. Because this red effectively holds back the Etchik. And then let's hope and pray we don't die here. Eventually they need to... Yeah, they can exile my Deathless Pilot, sure. That is some value, because then I don't get to basically draw a card of this for 4 mana, but... Also, does that really matter here? Okay. Block the Etchik. The triggers still go on the stack though. And then we just kill this. Take 1. Take 7. Take 6. This is an insect though, so doesn't change the math. This is not an insect. So like this we take 6. Yeah. Let's go. They want to gain some life, okay. They're gonna do anything else. No. Okay. I think I'm just dead here now. I've already used my debris beetle. I've used my back on track, so I can't get that back. Even if I get a Pectoral Terror, I don't think I can do anything here. That's it. That finishes the game. Okay, sure. Yeah. That just gives them back way too much value. Hey, but that deck looked pretty nice. Let's see. Do we want to change maybe a... We can maybe we can put in another red. Cut. A Mutant Surveyor and a Grim Javelineer and put in a Brutard Engine, because we have all of these cards here. We have 6 cards that we really want to be able to get back from the graveyard, so I think I'm gonna try with these changes. But I mean, we are at 5 wins already, so we are in the happy zone. That's looking pretty good. Gonna start with a turn to Broodheart engine. Actually, does anything start the engines here? No, it doesn't, so... So now I wanna get the Wicker Folk down first. I think I'm gonna get the chicken to the graveyard actually. Because we don't want her now. And we can get her back already. Okay, they have a ticket tortoise. Doesn't look amazing against a Wreckage Wicker Folk though. Yeah, let's help that edge out a bit. Pretty nice. We're gonna make a first white here, I think. Yeah. Play the Javelin here and then get in for 2. An Ether Jacket, okay. Let's see what they do with that before we run out the Debris Beetle. I don't think that I want that here. I think I do want it here. I think I'm fine having that here. So, let's attack with the Wicker Folk. Yeah, we can't hold this open anyways because we can only activate it as a sorcery, so let's just play out the red and end the turn. Kill the engine now, that's nice because now we can run out the beetle. Wow, they milled a Sunmare and a Druid Summoner. I like to see those in the graveyard. let's get the beetle down. Chef had Archfiend, huh? That is a bit annoying. I think we're just gonna use a right side here on the Archfiend. And attack. And then if we hit an untapped land next turn, we can go Welder into Terra. Even if we don't necessarily want to do that, we probably just want to play the Terra and then play the Quick Welder afterwards. They also have an Archig. Wow, they have, similarly to us, they have a Guardian Sunmare, they have an Archig, they have the Archfiend. And then hell, oh my god. Wow, what a curve out from them. Wow. What an absolute curve out. Crazy. This doesn't gain them life though, so we might still be able to get there with our Wicker Folk and Artifact Drains. Hopefully. Hopefully. Wow though, they have a good deck. I'm just not gonna block here. The Hellish Sideswipe in the same turn as the Edgic is kinda crazy. Okay. Yeah, this is... We need to find something here. This gains lifelink. Oh, it gains Death Touch. Okay. Spin out is really good here. Let's just use it right away. And then play a planes, and I still think that we attack here. Okay. Yeah, no, the Surveyor is the only problem. I mean, they can also draw some cards here. Yeah. And World Wagon as well. They have a lot of good cards. Oh, and they give it haste, yeah. That's reasonable. 3 color decks with colorless lands. And that's the game. Okay. We lost to a really strong deck there as well from our opponent. And the other losses, like, we basically now lost to an Archik twice in this draft and also won with an Archik. So, yeah, it's a pretty good card. And it is one that you can get to on 6 mana. The format is not that aggressive, as opposed to what a lot of people have believed at the start of the format. I'm pretty excited to continue exploring Aetherdrift. We'll see if this is a really mid-range leaning format that allows you to splash in a lot of colors. There's definitely synergies between colors, like Esper with the artifact colors is in all 3 colors. That's one of the examples, but yeah, just green seems quite well equipped to splash and go late and has a lot of strong cards. So excited to play more Aetherdrift. I'll be drafting anytime I get to. I hope you had fun. If you did, leave some love in the comments, click all the good buttons, and have a great time. Until next time.